Hello, I'm doing a solo playthrough of Hoplomachus Remastered, and this is going to be the Onslaught mode. I decided to start with the Varus, I believe is the name, and this will be my hero, and it's gonna have a 2-1-6 and roll 4 dice. It's got some abilities here. It's got innate taunt and 2 abilities, regen 1 and shove, so that should be pretty neat to try out. I have all of the units that belong to this faction, and the faction actually is called the New Argonauts. That's what they're called. And then we have the 4 tactics here, and tactics will be able to either enhance or negatively impact my opponent's units. Over here I have a neutral hero chosen. It's going to be the Spiculus, and it's a 2-1-5 rolling 4 blue dice. It's got 2 innates, retaliate, taunt, and a regen 1 as the ability. So that's going to come in hopefully when I reach this point on the favorite track. I have this bead. It starts off the favorite track, but it'll hopefully go all the way up, and I'll get some rewards as I go up. As the player, I'll be the red color, and then the immortals, that's basically who I'm versing. The immortals will be the color blue. So you see the blue health chips, and also you'll see them start on the left side of the board. It may be tough to distinguish which units are which during the game because this is a top down, but hopefully in the way I play you'll kind of notice which ones are which. We have 6 immortals to get through. I likely won't get through any of them this turn. This game. It's a very tough one for me to play, and it's I don't know, it's definitely been a tough one. I have been not having the best luck, I guess. And strategy and tactics is not really my strong suit, but I do hope that by playing this game, it'll help me get better at it. Alright, so I'll stop rambling and kind of start the game. So there's a couple of different turn phases throughout this game, and we always have to start with the immortals turn. So the immortals will end up going first, and they will deploy only on the first turn of the wave. So basically each immortal is its own wave, so there's potentially a total of 6 waves, and if you defeat one immortal, you end the wave and you start a new one. Alright, so let's see. Let's deploy the first one. And what you're supposed to do is kind of shuffle up the immortal tokens or chips. And you don't really know who's first, so let's see who appears. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Telegonus. So this one is a 2-2-5, and it's going to roll 3 dice, the red, blue, yellow. And it has a special called Agile. And let's see what agile means. It says this unit rolls dice equal to its attack. It deals the rolled damage to its target. This unit always uses agile instead of attacking. Okay, I don't really know what that means. So this unit rolls dice equal to its attack, which it would normally roll, and deals the rolled damage to its target. This unit always uses agile instead of attacking. I'm not really sure what's so special about agile. Maybe it will click later. Anyway, it will deploy with 5 health chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to choose to put it here. The player gets to choose where it deploys, and I'm going to put it as far away as possible. And then after that, typically, if it wasn't the turn it got deployed, it would be able to do some additional stuff, such as movement, and then abilities, and then engage. It's not going to do any of that. So now it's the player turn. And normally you would check stone hexes, and if I had a unit on them, I would be able to do 1 damage per unit that's on a stone hex to the Telegonus, or the immortal that I'm trying to defeat. Skipping that, and we go straight to deployment. I cannot deploy my hero, my primary hero, because it is currently not activated. At some point when I hit a reward on the favorite track, I'll be able to activate. Alright, so let's see. I'll go ahead and deploy one of my units here. I think I'll choose a... how do I get something I can get here the quickest with, which is going to be Hoplomachus or Warrior. I think let's go for the Hoplomachus. So I'm going to choose to deploy this one, and it's 213, so that's 2 movement, 1 range, and 3 health. It has 2 innate abilities, tactical and absorb. And tactical, let's see, that means this unit can move during the turn it is deployed, and this unit's troop can play tactics on non-adjacent opponents, not including elite units. Okay, so I will get some health chips here, and we'll get 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna place it here. So it does have tactical, so I could move the turn it's deployed. So I'll go ahead and do that. Move 1, 2. But I guess if I went by the turn order, it really should be that I deploy, and then I decide if I use a tactic placement. So I could put one of my 4 tactics on one of my units if I wanted to. Alright, and just so you know, tactics can be placed on any of my own units or on a unit from a different troop that is adjacent to one of their units. So I guess I can do that on non-elite units. So I guess one of the arena units, which we'll take a look at. Alright, so after that, we have movement, and I already did that, and then abilities. So if I had abilities to activate, I could, and then engage, I would engage if I wanted to, and that would be using a special or an attack. Alright, so now it's the arena phase, and we have a bag full of the arena chips. We just draw one. Okay, we got a lion, comes in with 4 health, and this one has perfect strike, combat lock, and roaming. So perfect strike means if it rolls all its attack dice and it rolls hits, then it actually doubles the damage it does. Combat lock is when it is adjacent to one of its opponent's units. That opponent basically cannot leave and must attack this person. And roaming, which actually does matter here, roaming means it can't freely move. It requires a dice roll and the compass to determine where it's going to move. So I'm going to place that nice and far here. Okay, so that is here, and then it ends up doing nothing because it's not going to be able to use movement or abilities or engage this turn since it just came in. Alright, so after that, we go back to the top of this turn order, go into the immortal. The immortal never deploys again during the wave. Only 1 immortal on the playmat at a time, and then only up to 2 arena units at a time, and up to 3 of my own units on the combat in the arena at a time, just so you know. So a total of 3 on this side and a total of 3 on my side, basically. 1 being an immortal and 2 being the arena units. Okay, so we're going to move the Telegonus up to its movement of 2, and it will have a priority list. It doesn't really matter at this point, but just so you know, the rival priority list on where it goes towards and targets would be that an opponent that's on a stone hex, and if there's nothing on the stone hex, it would go for the hero, and if there's no hero, it would go for the strongest opponent, which is the person with the most health. Alright, so Telegonus is going to move 2. It's just going to move here. 1, 2. And it has 2 range, but I'm like 4 away, and so it does not attack. All right, so now it is my turn. I check stone hexes. There's no one on there. Deployment, I will deploy something for sure. Let's see. I think I'll get a warrior out. It has retaliate, which means when I am attacked, I'll be able, well, when the warrior is attacked, I'll be able to do 1 damage back. It also has a special called whirlwind, where I can roll my lowest value die and be able to attack all adjacent enemy units with that attack. And I count how many units are around me, and I roll my weakest die that many times and deal that much hits that I roll. So I'll place this here. Actually, yeah, no, I'll place that there. And just to differentiate that it just came in and it has dazed or is dazed, meaning it can't move or attack this turn, then I'm not gonna be able to do anything with it. I'll flip it over if I remember. Okay, so now I can do my tactic placement. So I have the option to use any of these, and I'll go ahead and should I use any of these is the question. I think I'm good. I'll save my tactics for later. And now I can do my movement. I'm gonna move 1, 2 onto that hex and occupy that stone hex. And then I can use abilities if I wanted to, and no abilities to activate, and engage. I only have a range of 1, so I won't be doing any attacking here. All right, so now it is the arena turn. Arena will draw 1 because we still just have 1 arena out. We have a roar with roaming and regen 1, coming out with 3 life. I'll put that over here. You know what? I think I'll put it here. I don't know if that matters. All right, so that just came in. And then now we look at some units we can move. And the only one we can move is Lion, which was deployed last turn. Lion can move 2, and it's going to move to the one closest to the stone hex. So it's 1, 2. But it's going to have to skip its abilities and engage step. Abilities, really nothing happens. Oh, it has roaming. Okay, so I don't choose where it goes. So actually roaming, I have to roll 1 of the dice. Let's roll 1 of the arena dice. I got a 6. So looking at this compass, this is notating where my unit is, and the 6 is where it would go. So technically it would move here, which means it's not going to move anywhere this turn. That's good. So that's the arena turn. Now going to the immortal turn, it has the deployment first turn only. We skip, and then movement. We'll go ahead and, oh, I should mention that there is an immortals like special ability where even if they move and they can't attack, they have to roll their attack dice, and then depending on their attack dice, if it hits, and they're let me show you here, and the card has something on it that says they must do something, and it'll trigger that. So this is Telegonus all the way on the right. If it rolls a blue or a yellow, it has to do those things. So let's see. I don't think I rolled it last turn. And it should have rolled. So let me just see what would have happened. So rolling all of its attack dice, which is 1 red, blue, and yellow. Let's see what would happen here. I got 1 hit on the red, and luckily on the sheet it would only have done something if a blue or yellow die had a hit. So let's just say nothing happened actually on that roll. All right, now we can just continue with the turn. So it does get to move, and it's going to move 2 towards the stone hex, but up to 2, I guess. And now it's going to activate any abilities, which it doesn't have any. And now it will engage. Again, it has agile, so every time it attacks, it will always use agile. So, as a reminder, Agile means this unit rolls dice equal to its attack and deals the rolled damage to its target. So sounds like a normal attack to me. All right, let's roll. Okay, we only got one hit on the red, so it's going to do 1 damage to my Hoplomachus. And then it's going to not trigger anything once again because the immortal actually only triggers when there's a hit on the blue and the yellow die, which there was none. It's just on the red one. So after that, it is the player turn, and I will deploy my 3rd unit, and that is the max unit I can deploy. Actually, oops, forgot the first step of my turn. The first step of my turn is to check stone hexes, and this time I have a unit on it. So that means I could do 1 damage to the immortal. Alright, so now I can proceed with the deployment. So with deployment, I'm going to swap this. You know what? No, I think that's it. That is right. Okay, cool. Yeah. So let's see. I'll deploy a warrior, or no, I'll do a protector. And that will have 5 health. 3, 4, 5. And I'll put that right here. It's got 115 and it has taunt and reposition. So taunt is pretty simple. I'll just read it off this page here. It says it's an innate ability. When an opponent adjacent to this unit attacks, it must attack a unit that has taunt. And it says if a rival unit is adjacent to multiple opponents with taunt, it attacks the strongest of those opponents. And with the special of reposition, reposition says this unit may immediately move a number of hexes up to its movement. So it could trigger twice. It says triggers if this unit cannot make an attack. This unit identifies a mark for this movement. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so that just came out, so I can't do anything with it. Do I want to use any tactics? I don't know. I think maybe I will. I'll say I give adrenaline to my warrior, and that says it's a permanent, and this will have +1 movement. So now this warrior will be able to move 3, which is perfect because I am going to move it now. 1, 2, 3 onto this hex. All right. So after that movement, I will use abilities, and I don't have any abilities to activate at this time. I'll go into engage. I'll engage obviously with the Hoplomachus, the only one I can engage with, and that requires this die. I'll roll 1, and it's a hit, but Telegonus does not take damage at all. It only takes damage 2 ways. If you were to defeat one of the arena units, then it takes the damage for each defeated unit. Or when you're on a stone hex at the beginning of your player turn, you count how many units are on a stone hex, you deal that many damage to Telegonus. When you do damage in a combat, you end up moving the favor token. So it's going to move up 1. So it's the first movement here that we see on the favor track. Alright, I think that's all I can do here. And now it is the arena turn. We do not deploy any because there's already 2 out. We just go straight into abilities. I'm sorry, movement. So movement, this will move in Rome 2. So we're going to roll this twice. Oh, the lion should have rolled twice. So let's roll that second one, see where it would have ended up. A 5. So it would have moved this way, which it couldn't have. So that's good to know. So for this turn, let's roll twice. See where it goes. Ooh, 3. So it's going to go here. And then we'll roll again. Another 3. So it's going to move here. It has a range of 1, so it's not going to do any attacking at this time. And then this one's going to move 2. Also has roaming. Let's roll 1. It has a 6. It's going to end up moving down here. And then we'll roll 1 more time. a 5. So it's going to move up 1. So it's going to go here. All right. So now attacking or engaging and nothing happens because they're not close enough to do any damage to anybody. And with that, and just so you know, Roar has an ability called Regen 1, so it would basically heal 1 every time it had an ability turn. So nothing happens here because it's at full health already. Alright, now it's the Immortal turn. The Immortal does not deploy and it doesn't move because it's already next to something on a stone hex. And it's going to engage. It's going to roll 3 dice. A red, a blue, a yellow. Using Agile. And wow, 3 hits. So unfortunately, Hoplomachus only had 2 health, so it's completely dead. And it gets discarded. And I'm going to discard it by putting it face down in the corner over there. So when that happens, it does trigger 2 things. So Telegonus defeats any one opponent that is on or adjacent to a stone hex. It says defeats. So that is terrible. So it's going to defeat this warrior because it's on a stone hex. So the health just kind of goes away, and both the tactic that this had, which was the adrenaline, and the unit gets discarded. And then because the yellow one hit, it says each arena unit moves to one of the available blue deployment hexes if possible. What does that mean? Does it have to? Each arena unit moves to one of the available blue deployment hexes. I guess so. Guess I'll move here, just like that. Don't really know if it's supposed to be moved the way it states. Anyway, let's play it that way. Now it's the player turn. I will deploy something for sure. I'm going to deploy a warrior with 3 health. It comes in and I'll put it here. Actually, it has it has Retaliate and Whirlwind. And then with this protector, I'm gonna move 1. And it does have a special called Reposition, and it says this unit may immediately move a number of hexes up to its movement. I'm gonna use that immediately and just move up 1. Okay, that was my engage step. So now we go into the arena. These will move, and let's roll the dice to see where they go. So the Roar is gonna roll. They got a 4, it's gonna go straight. It's gonna roll 1 more time because it has 2 movement. Rolled a 5, it's going to go this way. Let's roll for the lion. Rolling 1, it's a 3, so it goes this way. And then rolling again, it's another 3, and it can't move because it's right there. And none of these are in range of anything to attack, so it's not going to do anything. The Immortal moves. That's the Immortal turn. It moves 1, so that's adjacent to the protector. And it's going to use abilities, which it has done, and do its attack. Ooh, okay. Alright, so we've got a red and blue hit, so hit me for 2. And it's going to trigger the blue on the sheet, and that says Telegonus defeats any one opponent that is on or adjacent to a stone hex. I'm adjacent to a stone hex, so I'm defeated. Okay, my turn. This was deployed last turn, so it's pretty much active at this point. I will deploy a marksman. Marksman has 2 health. Has first strike and long shot 4. So first strike means this unit can attack or use a special the turn it is deployed. But it doesn't say it can move. But it does have long shot 4. So I'll put it right here, face up. This warrior, I will move 2. 1, 2. And then, what should I do? I think that's fine. I'll leave that there. I can't attack. But this has long shot 4, which means I could roll the weakest die, which is the 2, and do that number of damage within 4 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna target the Telegonus and try to get some favor. And I'm gonna have to roll the weakest die, which is yellow. Oops, let's roll it in. And of course it hit, which is awesome. So his Telegonus for 1, which it doesn't take the damage, but it goes up 1 on the favorite track. And I think that's it for me. Next is the arena. Deployment skips movement. It'll use the arena die. So let's move the... Oh, I was saying roar the whole time, but it's boar. That's a B. Okay. Alright. A 1. So a 1, it goes backwards, and then second roll. Another 1. Okay, let's see what lion does. A 4, it moves up 1. Then second roll. It's a 2, it goes this way. Wow. Okay, so it's not helping the immortal at all. So no attacking again. And then we have the immortal turn. So the immortal is gonna move 2, and it's gonna want to move to the one that's on the hex, which there is none. It's gonna move to a hero. There are no heroes right now, or the strongest opponent, which is currently warrior. So it's gonna move 1, 2, and it's going to do an attack. It's gonna use its ability, a special I guess ability called agile. 2 hits, 1, 2, but warrior has retaliate, so it also takes 1 damage against the Telegonus, which means it actually goes up 1 on the favorite track. So this will trigger the blue again, which defeats any one opponent that is on or adjacent to a stone hex, so it defeats my warrior. So this Telegonus is very difficult because my goal is to try to get on the stone hex, but if I'm near one or on one, if it hits on a blue, I'm gonna pretty much be screwed. So, which is what you've been witnessing right now. So now it's the player turn, and I'm gonna I'll get the marksman out. Comes in with 2 health. And has first strike and long shot 4. And let's see. I'm gonna put it here. Alright, so I'm gonna skip tactics. Do I need it? Do I need tactics? I guess it might be helpful to use it. So I'll use bolster and give bolster health to this marksman, giving it 2 more HP, which are basically health points, I guess. So it has 4. And now I'll use the movement. So movement, this marksman will move 1 this way. And it's gonna, you know what? I'm gonna go up against the Telegonus. So I was here, so I'll move right up against it so I can roll my full attack dice. And now, yeah, I'll roll. I do 1 hit, so it goes up 1 on the favorite track. And then this marksman will also do a long shot because 1, 2, 3, 4. This line is in the aim of this. I roll the lowest die. That's a hit, so it hits for 1. Okay. So now it's the arena turn, and they're gonna end up moving. So the lion has roaming, and it's gonna roll a 3, so it goes this way. And then the second roll, it's a 4, so it goes straight here. Let's roll for the boar, for the movement. So 1, so it moves backwards, but actually can't. The map runs out there. And a 4, so it moves forward. In terms of abilities, regen 1 doesn't really happen. It has full health. And then in terms of attacking, it's not going to do any attack. So now we have the immortal turn. The immortal doesn't have to move because it's already next to me. And no abilities really to use. It's going to use its action. Okay, 2 hits, So that ends up killing this marksman because it only has 2 health. And it triggers the yellow. So the yellow on the Immortals card says each arena unit moves to one of the available blue deployment hexes if possible. So I guess I'll move it this here and this here. I'm just going to move it to the closest one, I'm guessing. I'll have to get some clarification on how that one works. Alright, so now it's the player turn, and I'm going to definitely need to deploy something. I'll do a Mad Bear. That comes in with 4 health, has roaming and absorb, and I'm gonna put it here. And with absorb, that actually means when this unit is attacked, it ignores all but 1 of the damage dealt. That's pretty good. And then tactic placement. I have 2 left. I don't know if I need it right now. So no tactic placement for me. I'll move. I can only move with this marksman because my Mad Bear is dazed. Just came out this turn. I could do a long shot 4. So I'll go ahead and roll a yellow die against a Telegonus. And oop. Let's just roll it in. Oh my gosh, I hope it's a hit. No, it's not. I always have to count the one that's in here. So it's not a hit. Alright, and that's my turn. We have the arena, so they're gonna roll to see where they go. So this is a 4, it's gonna go straight. That's with the boar. The 5 is gonna go this way. So we have the lion. It's a 4, it's gonna go up. Then second roll, it's a 2. It's gonna go, well, it's supposed to go this way, but there's no space there, so it's gonna stay put there. Alright. No attacking again. So now it's the immortal turn. It does 2 moves towards this marksman. Then it's going to do its attack. The agile special. It's got 1 hit on the red, thank goodness. And so it hits me for 1. And now it's my turn. I'll deploy something. I'll deploy the Venator. So it's 4 health. I'm gonna put it here. It has Beastmaster and Taunts, and Beastmaster basically means all of my allies or you know troop units that belong to me that have roaming can actually move up to its movement how I want. I don't have to roll a die to move Mad Bear anymore. I would have had to, but now I don't. Tactic placement, I won't do that. And then movement, I will move, and I can move the Mad Bear or the Marksman. I'll move the Marksman here, and I'll move the Mad Bear 1, 2. And then now I can attack. I can only attack with my Marksman here or the Mad Bear. I'll start with the Marksman and roll 2 dice, the black and yellow. I got 2 hits, so it goes up 1, 2. So the first one says activate your primary hero. So I'll activate it now by flipping over my primary hero, which is Varus. And then I'll attack with Mad Bear. So that's 3, and then a red. 3 yellow and a red. Let's roll that in. Okay. Unfortunately, it's just 1 hit. Goes up 1 more. Okay. So that was my player turn. Arena will move. This will be going 2, 1, 2. And it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's definitely closer to this. So it's going to go. Oh wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. It should roll because it has roaming. So let's move the lion. 2. It's gonna go this way, but it can't. Well, another 2, so it's not gonna move. We had the boar moving backwards 1, and then another. Oh gosh. All right. We have the immortal going. It's not going to move, but it's going to have to target somebody, and it's going to target something with the most health. It's going to be the mad bear. So it's going to roll one of each color here. And man, I think I need a bigger dice tray. Okay. 3 hits. Not good. So left with 1 health on mad bear. So it triggers both of these, and so it's gonna defeat any one opponent that is on or adjacent to a stone hex, and that's this one, this marksman. So these are discarded. And then each arena unit moves to one of the available blue hex deployment hexes, so move there. Okay. Now it's the player turn. I'm gonna get Hoplomachus out. Putting 3 health on it. It has tactical and absorb. So again, looking at tactical, this unit can move during the turn it's deployed. This unit's troop can play tactics on non-adjacent. Okay. So we'll do tactics now. And I'm gonna say tactic on mad bear. This unit ignores all damage it is dealt until the start of its next turn. Alright, and then I'll move this one. 1, 2. Actually, I'm gonna move mad bear twice. 1, 2. And then move Hoplomachus twice. 1, 2. And then we'll move the Venator 1 this way. Alright. So now I will do my abilities, which I don't have any. These are all innate on my units here. And then I'll do some attacking. The mad bear will attack. One, 2, 3. It's gonna move up 3. 1, 2, 3. And this says return tactics to your camp. So let's see my discarded tactics. So I get adrenaline and monster bolster health back. Cool. That was a good roll. We have Hoplomachus, and Hoplomachus rolls just a blue die. Yeah, missed. I'm trying to think because mad bear has absorb, and absorb only takes 1 damage. Then did I remove more than 1 before? I may have. I can't remember, but I feel like I did, and it should have 2 more health. So let me add that back. I really think so, but hopefully I'm not cheating. Alright, so it really should have 2 more. And then I think that's the end of my turn. We have the arenas. They're gonna try to move. Let's move for the boar. 5, and the 5 brings them here. Another 5. Alright, so I'm moving for the lion. 2. Can't go anywhere. A 4 is just gonna move up here. Alright. We have Telegonus going, and it's going to definitely be attacking the mad bear. Although it's gonna be pointless because mad bear has that tactic that prevents damage this turn, but it's gonna roll anyway. And it rolled both the blue and yellow, which means it will trigger those effects. And that means mad bear is dead because it's defeated. It has no choice. And then it says each arena unit moves 1. You know what? It says Telegonus defeats any one opponent that is on or adjacent to a stone hex. So I could have chosen Hoplomachus instead, but it is what it is. I chose what I chose. And then now it says each arena unit moves to one of the available blue hexes. So let's just move them back. And then now it's my turn. I will get my protector out with 5 health. And I'm gonna put it here. No, you know what? I think I need it here. It has taunt and reposition. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then with with that, I can use tactics, and I'm gonna give something an extra movement, which will be this Venator. And this will move 1, 2, and this is gonna move 1. Alright, and then I can do an attack with Hoplomachus, rolling a blue die. It hits, so I go up 1. And then I end my turn. Arena units get to go. Let's roll for the boar movement. It's a 2. So the 2 says it's going to go back here, but it's not able to. We have a 5. It's going to move here. We have the lion. It's a 2. Can't move there. There's another 2. Can't move. Cool. I hope I'm playing that right. Because those 2 arena units have not been hit, and one way for me to actually damage the Telegonus is by defeating those units. So this game is just like a lot of back and forth of not doing anything. Just basically me getting defeated slowly. So I have to definitely get my strategy a little bit better. Alright, and then basically the Immortal gets to go. Actually Borak gets regen 1, so it's gonna get the health back. It should have 3. Oh, it does have 3. My bad. Okay, it was never attacked anyway. Okay, and then yeah, now it's the Immortal turn. It's gonna end up not moving, but it's going to now do the attack. Got 3, so it kills this, and you know what that means. Fortunately, wait, just making sure. No. This has absorb. Did it again. So only 1 goes through, so it has 2 health left. And now I have to remove something, and I think I will remove this one in the end, just because of its effect. Telegonus defeats any one opponent that is on or adjacent to a stone hex, so it'll be this one. And then these go back to the blue spots. Cool. Now it's my turn. I'll deploy my only other unit that I can, which is Varus, which is unfortunate because if Varus ends up getting defeated, I lose the game. It comes in with 6 health chips. And I'm going to place it here, I think. And then in terms of tactics, I'm gonna give bolster health to Varus and give it 2. So it's got a total of 8 right now. And that gets discarded. And then I'll move. I can move this one. You know what? I do want to attack, so I'm gonna move it 1 this way. And then this Venator will stay where it is, I think. The Protector is the only one that can attack this turn. And I'll roll a black die for that. So 1 hit, I'll go up 1 on the favor. Okay. Now it's the arena units. Let's see if they move. Let's roll for the boar. So this one moves 6. Goodness. A 3. Move this way. And then we'll roll for the lion. A 5. And then we'll roll 2. Move back. Oh my gosh. Okay. The Immortal will go. It's not going to end up moving. It's going to stay. It's going to attack the Protector. And then the Protector, yeah, we're just going to roll here. Ooh, yes, no hits on the blue or yellow, but 1 hit on the red. So nothing triggers for the Immortal. And then it's my turn. And I can't deploy anything. I have 3 units out already. And I'm going to end up moving this here. And, ooh, I do 1 damage to this because I had 1 on the stone hex. Alright. So I did my movement that I wanted to do. I'm just going to leave that there. And then I'll do my attack of rolling the black die on the Telegonus. It's a hit. Move up 1. Should have moved Varus. Let's say I did. I'm going to move it here. Oops. Okay. Pretend I did that. And then the arena turn. Rolling for the boar. And the 1 will make it go backwards, but it can't. Let's roll again. 3, it's gonna go this way. Rolling for the lion. So 1, can't go backwards right now. 4, it's gonna go straight. Okay. So still without, not within range of anything of me. Now it's the immortal turn. It's gonna move. It's gonna move towards the one that's on the stone. And it's gonna attack. 1 hit on red again, which means nothing else triggers. And now it's my turn, and I can do 1 damage to it because I have 1 unit on the stone hex here. I'll move the protector on here, and I could do my actions, abilities, which I'm not gonna do, I don't think. You know what? Maybe I should use Varus to go up against the lion. I should move. So I moved that one, and then I'll do my attacks. So I'll roll 1 of each die. That's 2 hits on the lion. So it has 1 health left. And then I'm gonna attack with the Venator to the immortal. It's got 1 hit, going up 1. And then I have the protector rolling 1 black die against the immortal. Let's roll that in. Got it. Moving up here. So this says return 2 units to your camp. So your camp is basically the ones that are ready, and that's good because I have nobody ready. I'm gonna go and get a protector and then a warrior. And then I'll be able to deploy them if needed. And then that's my turn. I don't have anything else to do. It is now the arena units. So only this boar will move because it's not currently able to attack. It's going to move to the 3 direction, which it can't currently. There's a 5, it's going to go here. This was going to stay put and attack. So the lion's going to attack for the first time this entire game. Rolling 2 dice. And luckily it did not get a hit on the yellow, or else it would have had a perfect strike and done 4 damage, but now it does 2. And I'll do 2 away. Okay. And it has combat lock, so I won't be able to move away from the lion. I'm gonna have to stay there. Alright. So that's the arena. Now Immortal's not going to move. It's gonna stay. It's gonna attack. It's gonna attack the one with the most health. And that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 versus the 3 on here. So it's going to attack the protector. Ooh, 3 hits. Not good. So 1, 2, 3. So it has 1 life left, the protector. And it triggers both of its effects. It defeats any one opponent that's on or adjacent to a hex. Stone hex, which I'll just choose the weaker one, protector. That gets discarded. And then each arena unit moves to a blue deployment hex. So I just did that. So it's a player turn, and I'm going to get this warrior out. And it comes in with 3 health. I'm gonna put it here. Has retaliate and whirlwind. Then I'll move into oh, I have stone hexes, so I could do 1 damage. I have 1 stone hex unit here, so that's great. And then I deployed 1 already, which is this warrior, and now I can do movement, which yeah, I think I will move here and do my, that's all I can do. Yeah, so I'll do my attacks. I'll attack with the Venator to Telegonus. It's 1 hit, so it moves up 1. And then Varus will do its attack against Lion. And it does 1 hit, but that's all it needed. So that is dead. The lion goes back into the arena chip bag. And With that, Telegonus gets hit with 1 damage. And it is now dead. So I'm going to put that right here just to remind me that that happened. And now that that happened, we have to make sure we end the wave appropriately. And so let me just get to that step here. So when the current wave's immortal is defeated, the wave ends immediately. So it ends immediately, and what happens is you place the defeated immortal face up. I did that. Player cleanup, discard tactic chips on any units in combat. So this is discarded. Okay. Place all your units still in combat, including heroes, back in your camp. Okay, so these are back in my camp. Their health chips are removed, and when they are next deployed, they will deploy with their full HP. Okay. Your primary hero is flipped to its inactive side, so I have to put Varus face down. So it will need to be activated again using crowd favor. If you previously gained your secondary hero, it remains in your camp with its active side up and ready to deploy in the following wave. Ugh, if only I got there soon enough. I was right here. I was 4 away. Units and tactics previously discarded remain discarded. Now during the arena cleanup, remove remaining HP from arena units. Okay. And place them back. Okay, so these actually go back. Reset your crowd favor track to the start. Okay, so it goes all the way to the start. Each reward may be gained again, with the exception of the secondary hero reward if it has already been gained. And then now begin another wave and a new immortal. Alright, so the immortal we have, oops, is Feathered Serpent. It's Beastmaster and Agile. Comes in with 5 health. I'm going to put it here. Then I get to deploy something, and I'm going to say it's the warrior. Oops. Let's get health chips out. 1, 2, 3. I'll put it right here. And then I can't do anything, so the arena will go. Arena is going to draw from the chip bag. And we have a boar again. There's 3. But this time Beastmaster doesn't let it do its roaming. It will get to actually move the way it should, I guess. I'm going to say I'm going to put it here. Okay. Okay, and then now it's back to the immortal turn. They're definitely going to be moving. They move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Has a range of 1, so it can't do anything. So it's my turn. I'll deploy. I'll deploy a Venator. 4 health. I'll go here. And then tactics. I only have 1 tactic, which is hamstring. This unit cannot attack on their turn. It says it uses this movement. So I think I'll put that on the Feathered Serpent. And actually it's not adjacent to me, so I can't do that right now. Oops, okay. Alright, so the warrior will move 1, 2, and should I dare attack? I'm gonna have to if I want to try to make some progress. So let's use these dice to attack. Ooh, 3 hits. So it goes up 3. 1, 2, 3 on the favorite track. Very nice. That was a good roll. I don't think that's going to save me though. Okay, so it's the arena turn. They will deploy 1 more. And it's a Scofflaw. First strike, long shot 5. Coming in with 3 health only. Put that here. And it does have first strike. And first strike says this unit can attack or use a special the turn is deployed. So it could do long shot 5. but nothing's in range, so I actually won't be doing anything. So now we move. Boar will move 2, 1, 2. And warrior is in range, so it's going to attack. So boar has actually 2 range. And it hits the warrior for 2. But warrior has retaliate, so it hits back for 1 on the boar. And then it's the immortal's turn. The immortal's not going to move. It's going to attack. 1, 2, 3. The blue. Alright, 2 hits. Warrior's dead. I think retaliate does still do damage back, if I remember correctly. Let me just double check. Yeah, so I confirmed that. It still retaliates when it dies. And then we look at the dice, and for Feathered Serpent, if the yellow has a hit, it says for each hit, each player reduces their crowd favor by 1. Crowd favor cannot be reduced lower than the last earned reward, so it's 2 hits. It's going to go down 2 favors. Okay. And then it's my turn. I will get the Protector out. It's the only other unit I could deploy. It comes out with 5 health. I'll place it here. As taunt and reposition, Venator will move 1. Not going to be able to do anything because it has a range of 1. And then I'm going to end up just ending my turn like that. This is going to move 2. 1, 2. This one's going to move 2. 1, 2. And neither of them... Actually, boar can attack because it's 2 away from Protector. 3 hits, not good. That was a good one. It also has regen. It needs to regen during the abilities. I have to remember those steps. Yeah, Scofflaw is not going to do anything. Alright, so now it's the Feathered Serpent turn. It's going to move 5. Definitely going to go up close here. And... actually, it's probably going to go here because this has more health. So it's going to go there. And it's going to go and roll. It's got 1 hit on blue. And that one says it reduces any one opponent's movement by 1 on their next turn. I guess I'd rather it do 1 less on... So who doesn't want to move? I guess it'll just be Protector, so whatever. I mean, the Venator should move. So yeah, the Protector won't move this turn. So I'll deploy nothing because I don't have anything left to deploy. And Venator will move 1 here. And then it's going to do an attack. Rolling these 2 dice. Both hits. Goes up 1, 2. Protector doesn't do anything. And we will go to the arena units. This will move this way. This will move this way. And they're both going to do an attack. Let's start with the Scofflaw. Hitting me for 1. And then we have the boar. Ooh, hitting me for death. So it's not looking good at all. Alright. So that was the arena units turn, and now it's the immortal. It's not going to move. It's going to just do the attack here. And let's hope it misses. That'd be great. Okay, it hits for 1. So Venator only has 1 health left. On blue it says it reduces any one opponent's movement by 1 on their next turn. I only have 1 unit. So Venator cannot move. Alright, I just need to somehow do a damage to Feathered Serpent so I can move up the favor twice. I need 2 damage actually, so let's roll. It's a miss. Oh my gosh. Alright. You know what? Let's back up. Let me use Hamstring on Feathered Serpent so it can't attack on the turn it uses its movement. Oh no, it's not going to use movement. It's not going to be helpful. Yep. Not going to work here. Yeah. Okay, so now it's the arena unit's turn. I'm going to move 2. 1, 2. That's going to stay. Scofflaw is going to attack with the blue and the black. 1 hit, and that kills the Veneator. Alright, and I'm pretty sure that means I'm dead. Because it says here, during the deployment step of your turn, if you have no units in combat and cannot deploy a unit, you immediately go forfeit and lose the game. So when it hits my turn next, I won't be able to get anybody out. So yeah, that was a very, it felt uneventful on my end. Well, uneventful with the Feathered Serpent. That did, at least I got through one of the Immortals, Telegonus. I never even got to my secondary hero, which sucks, but anyway, this was a fun one. Definitely going to keep trying. I don't know how hard this game is supposed to be. I have to see, like, is this supposed to be this hard? And I'm just not like thinking tactically enough, which is probably highly the case, honestly. But yeah, I hope you're able to get the gist of Hoplomachus Remastered. I'll probably get some more videos of this this game and maybe try the other modes. The other solo mode is Ascension mode, so that's using the Colosseum arena, which is on the other side of this playmat. And so we'll see how that goes. All right, well, appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys around.